O great Luna, great goddess of the infinite night, move forth and appear, and give us the power to protect those who require our help. Ave Luna.
Ave Luna. Ave Luna.
To Borders, I don't even know if Borders exists anymore. And I walked into the metaphysical section, and I saw the Satanic Bible, picked up the Satanic Rituals, and I opened up to the kind of intro page. And it says, on the altar of the devil, up is down, pleasure is pain, freedom is slavery. And I realized this was the home of the fringe. This was the home of those who just do not have a place elsewhere. And it spoke to me. So I started studying Satanism soon after that, and decided I was a Satanist around that age, so 13, 14. Since Donald Trump became president, there's been several mass actions to kind of put a curse or bind Donald Trump. So if we do a curse, it can manifest in a variety of ways, especially when you have thousands of people doing it at once. Let's just take one way that a curse can resolve. It could murder Donald Trump, right? So a death curse, let's just say that. Well, then Mike Pence moves into place. So if you hated Donald Trump, I'm pretty sure you hate Mike Pence. So myself, and I think pretty much everyone in the Occult Club, all of us have certain values that we stand at the highest, that are the most important to us. For me, queer rights, marriage equality, things like that, are trans rights, the trans civil rights movement, things like that, are incredibly important to me. It's one of my main issues politically. So I want to protect them. I don't care who's in power. There could be a Democratic president, a liberal president in power who could hurt the queer community. I won't leave that just to Donald Trump and his tribe to do that. So, and the evangelicals he's surrounded himself with. So I want to protect those people. Because if you protect those particular minorities, you protect all our freedoms. Yeah, so this is not all my candles, but this is representative of a lot of candles I need for quick use. This is death unto my enemies. I thought it was dume. I thought it was like some Spanish word I don't know about.
I've bounced through a lot of labels and I still don't like them very much, but if I had to put a label on it, I would just say I'm an occultist. So I primarily practice divination, which is tarot cards, and I've also done Yijing, which is Chinese divination using yin and yang. I have tarot cards here. There are many different tarot decks, all done by different artists. Some name the cards differently, some number the cards differently. Okay, so what we have right here in this segment is the timeline, past, present, future. When you're combining politics with magic and witchcraft, you're essentially trying to influence ideologies and societies. As a group, we're again really shaken by things that are going on. Somebody who's gay and wants to ensure that our fellow LGBTQ and trans family members are taken care of. I mean, the EPA is on the rocks. There's even talk of the Department of Education on the rocks. Those things are valuable to me, and this is my way of being in on it and addressing it and collecting my feelings so that I can afterwards decide how I want to move forward with it, if at all, within society and the communities. Using that as our focus in the group, I think is going to help ground everybody and make them realize what's important right now.
You know, I just want to look out for all of the intersectional queers, you know, like people who are like both gay and like not white and like not like rich, you know, low income, genderqueer folks who have so many avenues that this new regime that we have could come at them from. I consider myself a witch, I guess you could say. I've always felt my own sort of magic. I'm sort of like an off the grid witch. Like I don't practice any particular kind of like academic Wiccan or like paganism or anything like that. I sort of just use elements from my own life to center myself and focus energy and try and achieve things that way. I think that all spells are sort of magical activism because you're operating outside of the system and you're sort of trying to create your own influence over events that transpire. And That in itself is activism. A lot of people will think that witches worship the devil and that witches are like, you know, always like casting curses and poisoning people and all that stuff, but those two things are completely separate. And even like the Satanic Bible isn't all evil. It's actually just really self-centered, which is evil in the lens of the Christians. Paganism is actually invokes a lot of deities and goddesses that are positive and like kind and empowering. And so I think the main thing to know about witches is that like they're just people who believe in their own magic.
Is to say this is where the heart of the ritual, where our wishes become manifest. We use the cauldron for that. The chalice will be filled with the ritual elixir, right? So for this particular ritual, we're going to use tea, just because not all of us want to partake in alcohol. Usually wine is used. We have oils that we're going to anoint ourselves with towards the beginning. The blue candles to represent protection. We have the 4 intentions that are going to be laid below it. Incense, which is associated with the eastern side. East is wind, air, so all incense type things go to this side. We have the bells that are used to open and close the ritual. That goes to either side. Pour the incense over. This is the athame, or the dagger, which is going to use to benedict each cardinal point, and also for the invocation. That's right. On this sacred night of Beltane, we draw down the moon. In the name of Luna, come forth and manifest before us. Empower us and enlighten us with your infinite splendor and glory. May we open the great gate to the hereafter. Hear us on this night. Manifest our will. Ave Luna.
Ave Luna.
Ave Luna.
As we will it, so shall it be. By the powers of the moon, by the powers of the gods, those named and nameless, cast down your power and protect those who express love as they will, and freely. Utterly destroy and cast out those who would cause them harm. Defend my brothers and sisters and uplift us all forevermore.
Sisters, you are safe from transphobia, violence, and invalidation. Sisters, you will thrive with the power of Mother Luna. You are safe, and you shall thrive.
That no legislation shall be passed that infringes upon the civil liberties of the transgendered or queer individuals that inhabit our country. These individuals are protected from physical, emotional, and mental harm within the confines of the United States of America.
So it is done.
So it is done.
All of you contributed an immense amount to this whole thing, and I think we're making the world, in our own way, we're making the world a little bit better place for people like us and people not like us. So I think it's very important that we continue this tradition here at SF State. All of you are very beautiful, powerful people.
Thanks.
So below, as we will.
As we will it,
So shall it be. Yes.
Okay.
Look at the end. Tim, get
Oh, sorry, I was going for the tea.
The tea, the not sweet tea.